Alright, how's it going, guys? Today, hold on, let me adjust my headset. Probably should have done that first. Um, Today I want to talk about, some infamous ideas and stuff like that. So, I don't really know why. Honestly, I don't know. The game came in my head. But, yeah, so there's like 6 ideas, I guess, and I'll start with, 3 of the most. Well, okay, no, I'll start with. Yeah, okay. No, there's 5, actually. I'll start with. Oh my god, I haven't gotten a single kill in this. I'll start with 3 of the most likely to happen. The first one would be infamous. Okay. So there's already been infamous Second Son. That was the first one, obviously, and then there's also been First Light. So that covers Delson's story and Fetch's story. But there's not much about Eugene's story, and there's even less about Hank's story. Same thing with Augustine. So, what's likely to happen is there's probably going to make a, some kind of infamous game that was like First Light about those. It won't be like Second Son, but, it'll be like First Light. So, some cheap $15 game that, we'll just explain the story of Hank, why he's a criminal, things he did, you know, get to control his smoke powers, better than Delson did. Because, Fetch has, like, the power to, like, control people with her neon. Cole didn't get that. So, there's obviously things that Hank can do that Cole can't. And, same thing with Eugene and his video powers. Talk about how he was bullied and whatever. And then with Augustine's game, they could, talk about either her in the military, but I don't think she actually had her powers. Her powers weren't awakened when she was in the military, I don't think. So either that or, her trying to get conduits and stuff to join the, Curtain K. Or not join it, but, get thrown in there. Names for the games, I'll put that in the description, I guess. I have it written down on my phone, but I'm not, like, doing this post-commentary, I'm doing this live, so. Oh my god. This is gonna really suck if I die. But, No, I can't, I'm out. But yeah, so those are those games. The other thing that I want to talk about was like a infamous MMO, and just because I've been to MMOs a lot lately, like DC, Elder Scrolls Online, things like that. So what this could do is, be a lot like DC, DC Universe Online, except what the hell's hurting me so much? I mean, I don't see enemies, but whatever. So, you choose your power and stuff, and let's just say there's, I don't know, 3 factions in the game, and each faction has their own set of powers. So say you chose, I don't know, say there's a fire power that you could use. So that fire power is part of, like, the, I don't know, some burning faction or whatever, and that faction consists of players that use, fire, smoke, and I don't know, oil or something. So any players that have that are part of the same faction. You guys work together doing different things, or work by yourselves. And yeah, so I don't know the story of it. So there's some NPC that's like Augustine, and they turned a bunch of players like you into people that have their powers. And they all teamed up to try to take over the world or something. I don't know. Maybe not the world, but try to take over something. The city, I guess. Some huge city, like New York. And yeah, so that's that. And the last game idea is, imagine, okay, so according to Second Son, you know, Cole was good and stuff. He defeated the beasts, killed most of the conduits, and got rid of the plague. So this last idea is an alternate version of that. What if he wasn't good? What if he was evil? What if he didn't defeat the beast and he became the beast? The plague still exists. All the conduits survived. Stuff like that. So this takes place, you know, Delson was a conduit and stuff, so he didn't ever get the plague. He was immune to it. But his brother did get the plague. His brother's dead now. So Fett eventually, he's looking over the grave of his brother or something, and Fetch, Eugene, oh my god, Fetch, Eugene, Augustine, and Hank all show up with Cole, near Cole, and they suspect that he's a conduit. So they try to encourage him to join them or whatever, and when he shakes their hand, you know, he gains their powers. They realize what his power is to copy other people's powers. So they all hear of a powerful conduit in LA, and they head there, or any city really. And so they head there, and you know, they gain the different powers from there. In the end, they discover that the powers are coming from, or the powerful conduit is Cole. And yeah, so in the end, they have to. Delson defeats him and gets the power of electricity, and yeah. So yeah, those are the ideas. Guess that's it, really. Is there anything else? Yeah, those are really the only game ideas I have. And some ideas for Sucker Punch's next game, InFamous game, which is if it's not one of those, would be I don't know, I forget, but you know, check the description, I'll have it there. So yeah, I guess that's it for this episode. I actually survived the entire episode. I thought I would die because I can't concentrate on talking and playing oh god, at the same time. But yeah, so please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in some later video. Check the description for a link to my blog page where I've talked about these ideas and stuff. And we'll buy some InFamous stuff. I'll probably have a store up with different products. But yeah, so until next time, guys, I'm out. Please like and all that whatnot, and see you next time.